Do you worry sometimes about connecting with your kids? We've been talking about that this week. On Monday, talked about looking at our foundations. Are they biblical or are they more cultural? And deciding where are we going to start evaluating whether or not we even are connecting with our kids and if we have an appropriate standard. Today, I want to talk about, and I will talk about, introverted kids. I was a super introverted kid, and I'm still an introverted woman, which is ironic because I live with 10 children and a husband with one more baby on the way, and a dog and 2 cats and a bunch of fish and some geckos. So I have a full house. If you know anything about introverts and extroverts, I'll get into it shortly. That's a lot of stimulus for your average introverted person. My mom tells me that when I was a little girl, I used to be so quiet playing alone in my room. I had 2 older brothers and a little sister, but I could play alone for hours, just so quiet. She didn't sometimes even know I was in the house. She thought I was outside playing. I would do puzzles or play with my dolls or just be drawing. I was quite content to play alone for hours. I enjoyed playing with other kids and kids on the street and stuff like that. But for a while, the home was always my favorite place to be and my favorite place to go back to. It was always my safe haven, my room, my stuff, the people very, very close to me, my mom, maybe my sister, my brothers, even though they weren't always nice to me. God bless them. These were my people. This is where I felt safest. So I get introverted kids, and I have both. I have extroverted, introverted kids. I get my introverted kids, and I don't worry about connecting with them because I get them. And I understand they behave very differently than my extroverted kids. So real quick, if you're not familiar with the concept, extroverted and introverted is a personality description. It's not the only thing about people, but it's one thing that these are the way people are from birth. It's like a hardwiring issue. It's not a shaping influence. It's something that's just there. And extroverted people tend to be more outward focused, highly social, really big talkers, high touch, love the party, love the crowd, love the noise, and it charges them up. If you think of a battery, it really recharges them. They thrive off that. All these lockdowns have been particularly difficult on extroverted people because they don't have their usual high level of social infilling, that charging that's so important to them, how they're just wired and designed. Introverted people really are the polar opposite. They tend to be more inward focused and more insulated. They tend to be quieter by nature and less touch, less talk, less high social. They have a less need for that. And it actually drains them over time. They tend to recharge their internal battery, their sense of equilibrium and balance, in solitude and in quiet, or with a very small group of highly trusted people. So understanding introverts and extroverts has been a real game changer for me in relating to my kids, in understanding them, and certainly in reassuring me that I'm connecting meaningfully with the quiet introverted ones. And see, when it's bedtime, my extroverts, without fail, will come and get a hug. They even if I don't want to hug, because I'm not a really huggy girl. I love my kids, of course, and I will show them, affection. I might not think to give a hug goodnight to a 14-year-old boy. My extroverts will come and be like, hey, Mom, can I hug you goodnight? They love it. They need it. So, of course, I give it to them, recognizing this is a high need of theirs, and it fills their cup. My introverts, rare. Now, I could take that as a slight, or they don't love me, or as a sign of concern. However, because I understand introvert mindset, I understand kind of their needs, I choose to take it as that's okay. They don't need that, so they're not seeking that. And they've been like this since childhood. This isn't a dramatic, sudden change where this person used to be so outgoing and now they don't talk to anybody, they cut everybody off. And those would be warning signs that something serious has happened. I'm talking about kids who've consistently been more withdrawn, more quiet, more reflective, more like insulated. They can color or draw or do puzzles or whatever is their interest for long periods of time and be no worse for the wear. In fact, this is a high need of theirs. So when my more introverted kids, especially as they reach young adulthood, they begin to grow into young men, young ladies, I noticed that my more introverted kids don't really need a hug goodnight on a regular basis. But I make a point to give them like an affectionate touch, just like something soft, something gentle, not pushy or smothery. I will engage them with questions here and there. They're not on a daily basis, but hey, how's your art project going? Wow, that looks really good. Like, I'll make a point to notice them in particular. However, I'm cautious about over smothering them. The extroverts, I don't worry about connecting with them because they're so connected. They're always talking. In fact, them, I have to be like, okay, we're going to continue this conversation later because they're go, 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 talk, 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 people, people, people. I have no concerns for them. There's every indication they're doing just great. They're thriving. Because the introverts are quiet, I choose to see that they're doing fine. When they pull back from the family for a time and go maybe to their room or their bed, wherever their quiet place is. One of my guys likes to go on the trampoline and just jump for half an hour or make Star Wars noises all by himself. I see it as a healthy sign. He's learning how to take care of himself. This is a sign of good self-care, that introverts would do well to respect and honor how God made them rather than trying to put themselves in an extroverted mold that would never feel comfortable and drain them very quickly and just not be true to how God made them. So my encouragement today, if you're concerned about connecting with one of your more introverted children, is this is how God made them. And they're very connected to the people who are closest to them. You've been with them since childhood, nurturing them, home with them, feeding them, loving them, caring for them. They know this in their core. And though they might pull away for a time to take care of themselves and fuel up with their own needs, they always come back. And home for them is their safe place, by and large. So I just want to encourage moms, especially if you're more introverted by nature, it may be an opportunity for you with your introverted kids to say, hey, it's okay. That's just how they are. And it's not a reflection of any failure on your part or any major cause for concern on their part. They're just being how God made them. And encourage them in that. Love them as they are, rather than seeing them through an extroverted lens and how they're not like that, or like you if you're more extroverted. They're just the way they're supposed to be. And to love them and encourage them in that. That's my advice today, my encouragement with your connecting with your introverted kids. I hope it was a blessing to you. Let me know in the comments below. Do you have introverted kids? How do you connect with them? How are you reassured? I would love to hear what your thoughts are on this topic. And I look forward to meeting you in the next live, which will be on Friday, same place, same time. Until then, God bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. Talk to you later.